Oh, we're still celebrating that win from yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still very excited. It is the next day. It is Monday, December 22nd, here on the PGHChrisTV show. And we're going to talk about last night's game, talk about film, get into some film, only the key plays of the game, right? That's what I'm going to get into. But first off, thank you guys for being here tonight. Welcome to the PGHChrisTV show. I am your host, PGHChrisTV. If you're here watching, everything will be in the description. Links to all the socials, Twitter, X, TikTok, Twitch, Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, all that stuff will be in the description, as well as all the links to the Sports Jedi Network. We just interviewed Mike Santana, pro TNA star, former world champion. So make sure you guys go check that out. It is going up very, very well here. Shout out to the bodyslam.net guys for featuring us in their article. Really appreciate that. It was pretty cool. But we're going to get into some football, and we got a lot to talk about. But first, this show is sponsored by DUBBY Energy. DUBBY, use code PGHChris for 10% off your order at checkout. And if you want to hear more, here's a word from DUBBY Energy. All right, everybody, make sure to use code PGHChris at checkout for 10% off your order for DUBBY. Join the DUBBY movement and be better. And a quick thank you to all of our partners and sponsors of the PGHChrisTV show. Now, let's get back. All right, we're going to get into the review here, late post show. Now, I did a little bit of a post show yesterday on my X, but didn't have much time to do it. Had a bunch of things going on, so we're gonna get into it right now. I'm gonna say a little bit what I said yesterday. I think now let's get back. Look, this obviously wasn't the circumstances that we needed to win this game. And what I mean by that was, it was ugly. It was a dogfight. But at the end of the day, we got the job done, and no matter how it was, we need to be really happy with ourselves. We need to be feeling something, because we are on a 3-game winning streak. We went into Baltimore, beat them with Lamar Jackson healthy, beat Miami, whatever, and we walked into Detroit and beat them. Now, breaking news, as before I went on the show, I am now getting word. Well, I was getting word right before I was going live. The NFL has suspended DK Metcalf for 2 games. 2 games. It is reported. It is breaking news. It says here, the NFL suspended Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf for 2 games without pay, citing conduct distributed to the league after he initiated physical contact with fan Ryan Kennedy late in Sunday's 29-24 victory over Detroit. And it says here, Kennedy says he asked for an autograph using Metcalf's full name, while a source close to Metcalf claims Kennedy used a racial slur and an insult about his mother. Kenny denies through his law firm. Metcalf plans to appeal the ban, which he is allowed to, according to reports that I saw, which could sideline him for the Pittsburgh's final regular season games as they push for a playoff spot at 9-6. So that is not what we need to hear. That is not what what we want. Here's another angle. Let's see this angle right here. I don't even hear where he says the Kalen. I don't even hear it though. Ooh. Okay, so these fans clearly knew what they were doing. They were rage baiting the fuck out of DK because they know he's a crash out. I heard some reports. Chad Johnson said it on Nightcap yesterday that something happened with the racial slur and talked about his mother, obviously, which that is the close source. Okay, it's Chad Ochocinco. Um, I heard something, with it's just look, I don't know. Obviously, those are words you don't call a black man. Um, but I didn't hear it. From that video, I heard no racial slur. I heard no indication about his mother. I didn't even hear him say DK's government name. So I'm very confused from that angle of the video. And that's probably the best angle of the video we're going to get as of right now because, I mean, that's clearly right behind the fan. The other videos I saw are from a couple rows back. He's right there. Who was this on Instagram or on Twitter? Kiefer Kennedy on Instagram. So that's who posted the video. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. 2-game suspension. Hopefully he gets that appealed. Um, but I don't want to just keep talking about that because the game. There's a lot of good things that happened, and I want to get into one of the craziest things of the game so far. Let's talk about this. It's the touchdown pass by Kenneth Gainwell. Now, let's talk about this because I still can't believe he caught that ball. And I think everybody, when I went back and watched the film, it didn't even look like he knew really what was going on. Like nobody did, bro. Nobody. So it will be the play after this. But that's a missed opportunity by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But this is the play right here. They're going to do a sideline view. I don't want to see it. They're going to do an end zone view. All right, stop. Wait, we're gonna let them line up. Stop. Formation. Already. Can I make this? This is. I'll make this bigger. Okay. Formation. They're hard left, right? Hard left. They got all the guys lined up right here. They got there's backside tight ends 1-on-1. They got DK in the slot right here. They got Marquez Valdez-Scantling outside, and this looks like Scotty Miller playing on the slot. So what Kenneth Gainwell is going to do, he's going to go in motion out like he's lining up as a receiver. See, he's initially going to fill up that receiver spot. So the formation will now be empty. They're going empty. 50. That's 5 wide receivers lined up. 5 wide receivers. Initially, they went into spread, right? This is a spread left. So now, boom, even though you have the tight end right here lined up, usually, they would be on the line, but, you know what I mean. So Kenneth Gainwell is going to go, boom, go in motion. Stop, go back. Go back one more, real quick. So this linebacker right here, he knows he has one-on-one coverage on the running back. Because now he follows. He sees, look, he is going on motion. You see the linebacker follow. Look how deep this guy is playing on he's playing at least, I'm going to say that's 5. He's playing at least almost 10 yards. I would say 8 yards. So, I mean, that's hitches. That's an easy hitch right there. But this is what's going to happen right here. Kenneth Gainwell is going to go in motion. Boom, steps back. His first read is this slant. Look at Aaron Rodgers' eyes. His first read is that slant. But you see this? He sees it right there. Boom. I still think Aaron Rodgers can throw that ball right there, right here, right on the hash mark. Give it an extra second, right near the hash, right here. Instead, he looks. He doesn't like that throw. Okay. Boom. You have Marquez Valdez-Scantling right here open because I told you guys before. He's playing really, really far off the ball. Boom. But instead, he sees Kenneth Gainwell going up in the field. And he's not, I don't want to say he has this guy beat, but I think Rodgers knows, okay, this guy's my guy's faster and more athletic than this guy. We're going to give it a shot. So what happens? This is still a pass interference, which was the call. But I mean, that is just a beautiful catch. And, you know, you don't give up on the play. That's why you don't give up on the play. I loved what the line, see, you know, right here, the line. I thought the offensive line played great the entire night. But let's check it. Boom. Stop. Okay. So Aiden Hutchinson is going to fake, and then he's going to shoot through the gap. Watch this guy right here. Excuse me. Watch our center. That is a great block. I mean, even the Steelers sideline doesn't know what's going on. So that is a great, I mean, that was the play that I'm like, whoa. Like, obviously that shocked everybody. You know, I don't know how he caught that ball. I don't know how he caught that ball because he literally, like, this was happened a lot throughout the game too. Like, it looked like he got tackled like before he even had the ball. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm very, very confused on that play specifically. But let's take a look at this. I think this is Jaylen Warren's 45-yard touchdown run. See right here, they're all tight. They're bunched in here right here. DK's out by himself. Boom. He's probably, what I'm assuming just by looking at it, it looks like he's going to come boom and he's going to pick up Jonnu Smith right here. Let's see what happens. So that's what happens. Boom. He picks up. Look at his shoulders. I mean, if this is a pass play, Jonnu Smith can go boop, boop, and he's not going to turn his shoulder or his hips and his body right away to get that. So that is another thing on a pass play Aaron Rodgers needs to watch out for. But take a look at this. I mean, that is beautiful. Let's watch. We need to watch this from the end zone clip. So they're heavy left. Obviously, that's where the pitch is going. Bam, stop, stop, stop. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Jaylen Warren sees that immediately. He sees that immediately. Now, look right here. This is where I'm like, did the Steelers get away with the hold right here? Did they get away with a block behind the back? Because that's pretty damn close. That is pretty damn close to being a block behind the back. And if you look at it, he gets a hand on him. He gets a hand on him, and it's hard because I'm not surprised the way the refs were last night. I'm not surprised if they called that. I'm really not, because look at that. He gets the hand right here, and then he gets him right there, and even he's like, oh shit, did I get him? So that was the one run play that scared me. I really thought that was going to be called back because of that one little block behind the back. That's ultimately what scared me, guys. Now, let's watch this. Actually, no. We're going to watch. Let's break this down. Guys, this is the controversial play. This is the one that everybody thinks got wrong. Rex Ryan, you're a defensive guy. You're a defensive genius, in your words. Stop. I want you to watch this guy right here. This guy right here. You guys following me? Let me play it back. I think I said this guy. My apologies. I want you to watch right here. All right. End zone view. Do I get a good view in the end zone right here of that? No, not a good view. All right, sideline it is. Stop. No, wait. Look when look, we're just going to play it. You can't dig into your shoulder like that. In my opinion, like look, he's going to watch this shoulder go. I mean, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. What needs to happen is he needs to what I don't understand why they're even playing man in that situation, because why not? This is what you need to do. Boom, boom. So what I mean is, if you see this guy, he needs to take him. The safety needs to take the outside receiver going in. He has a jam on him. He needs to go. Joe, is that Joey Porter Jr.? I'm going to freak out on you, bro. You have to pick up that wide receiver going outside. Why are you playing man? That has not been working for you in this last quarter. That's one thing I didn't like. It's just I don't know. Now that I really sit here and try to look at it, it's tough because it looks like he gets the initial shoulder right here before the end zone. But that's a tough one, guys. That is a tough one. I'm gonna be honest, but this is really the one that everybody was talking about. And this is the last play of the game. This is the play. Watch right here. You guys can't hear this, but look. Watch this, ref. The whistle's already being blown. If you guys watched the game yesterday, the whistle was already blown. So when the referee at the end of the game talks about the ruling on the field is a touchdown, however, no, the ruling on the field is not a touchdown. The ruling on the field is an offensive pass interference, and since Amon-Ra St. or who was that? Amon-Ra St. Brown pitched the ball back, that gained them, or that made the Browns lose yards. So that gave time off the clock, which meant the Steelers already won. I didn't like when the referee said ruling on the field is a touchdown. No, it's not. The ruling on the field is not a touchdown. The ruling on the field should be it is a completed pass, offensive pass interference, number 14, and since he did the backwards lateral, wasted time off the clock, the game's over. It's that simple. They didn't need to make a big deal out of it and get the New York guys involved and sit around and talk about this for a long time. All they had to do was literally make that call. It was right there. I don't see what the big discussion was, in my opinion. Now I could be completely wrong, and this is why people think I'm crazy or don't know what I'm talking about, but I mean just watch it again. You cannot sit here and say that the whistle was not blown. I know you can't hear it, but look. First off, that's a major offensive pass interference. Look on that push off. Bam! Bam! That is the game right there. Flags being thrown, obviously, which has been. See, this is my problem. And I'm going to side with the Lions on this because this happened to the Steelers multiple times. That flag is so late. The push off happens. Let's see. I didn't see anybody else throw a flag. One, two, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He waited to throw the flag until until Joey Porter touched him. It was a really, really confusing. Let's see the end zone view. Steps back. Okay, boom. Okay, you can't see the pass interference there. That's the right there. The whistle's being blown. The game's over. The whistle's being blown. The play's dead. The play's dead right there. The play is dead right there, guys. I'm not arguing that last play. I'm not. That I mean, that's an offensive pass interference by Amon-Ra St. Brown. The play was already dead when the tackle was made. The controversy needs to stop. Even now, the second to last play, you can debate on me. You can argue with me that should have been an offensive, or that shouldn't have been an offensive pass interference. But what gets me is that leaning the shoulder. That is honestly what gets me, bro. I gotta be honest. That is what kind of makes me not disagree with the call. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon here. Um, See whatever updates happen. If the appeal gets appealed from the DK news, make sure you guys are updated with that. And yeah, make sure you guys follow all the socials in the links in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video.